Is a famous 55-plus community in Florida that spans 3 counties. Here with the active aging secrets of people who live inside the master-planned community, The Villages, is longtime journalist Peter Bernard. It is so good to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you, too. Good to be back.
Man, The Villages, Florida has spanned 3 counties now. It is booming with a lot of active agers.
It is. It started with by a guy named Harold Schwartz, and it was Orange Blossom Groves was the first one, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, as you say, we're in 3 counties. I think we have over 156,000 residents. It's amazing.
It's amazing, and there's so many cool things to do. And you know, we talk about this on Bloom, that building community, active aging, not resting at this age. You know, you just should push the gas and keep on going.
I agree with you. I had a photographer from Channel 10 that showed up at my retirement party. He looked at me and he goes, "Peter, if you sit on the couch, you die." And he wasn't joking. So, and I was sitting on the couch for a while, and I kind of pigged out for a while. But now I'm out, I'm doing things. Never a day goes by when I'm not doing stuff like you're seeing here. That's one of our squares where you can go watch music. And we have music in the squares every single night between 5 and 9, every single night.
And you say that your Alexis reminds you, Peter, it's time to go play pickleball. It's time to get out there and play tennis.
Yeah, I got to keep it straight. I've talked to people that live in the villages that say things like, "I'm more busy now than when I was working." And I think that's a great sign. It keeps your brain active. You're out amongst people and you're meeting new folks. That's one of my favorite things about the villages is I'm constantly meeting new people. And they've got life stories to tell. There's policemen and firemen and teachers, and it's just amazing to meet all these folks.
Yeah, and you know, and this is kind of a unique area. It's not an HOA. It's not a town or a city. It kind of falls into its own thing. And what's so interesting is it does seem to attract a lot of like-minded people when it comes to this philosophy on aging.
Yeah, I like it when people talk to me and they're full of life and they are not negative about stuff. You know, we're kind of a microcosm of society. You'll run into someone that's kind of a stick in the mud, but I try to turn it around, especially on the Facebook groups that I manage, and I'll say, "Look, can we just be kind to one another?" And most of the time they'll respond to that, yes. So yeah, people are there to have fun, be active, meet other folks. So you've all had your life, your kids are somewhere else, and now you're living in an active adult community.
And it has everything you need, even when it comes to health care.
Yes, we have the Villages Health, we have a hospital, and it's all a golf car right away. Notice I said golf car.
Yes.
That's what we call them.
You say that's the best way to get around, right?
It is, for if you're going close. Now, the Villages is so large that it would take you about an hour and some to get from the south part to the north, and that's by golf car.
Oh, by golf car.
And that's a long time to be riding on a golf car.
Right, your battery might run out.
Well, I can, yeah, I know. But I will, for the longer trips, I take my car. But for going to, if I want to eat out, if I want to grab a drink, or go to the pickleball or tennis, I just take the golf cart.
I love that. Now, there's a lot of clubs, thousands of them really, and you actually head up one.
I do. There's more than 3,200 clubs. So whatever university you went from to whatever state you're from, if you've got a car that you like, and by the way, I'll mention that, I'm part of the Villages Tesla Club. As a matter of fact, when I get out of here today, I'm running the meeting. So I'm a huge Tesla fan, as you know. But any car, if you're an MG fan, if you're a Mini fan, they have people who they'll get together and talk about that kind of stuff.
Are you into the self-driving Tesla? I'm asking for myself. Is that worth getting the package?
Yeah, I came down here from the Villages just now, and the car drove me here.
And it was spectacular?
It was great. It was fantastic, especially down here with the malfunction junction and all that. It handled it pretty well. It only got a little hairy downtown when there was lots of switching around and I took over, but I just let it drive me.
I love it. Now, you're all about getting fit, which you can also do in your community. You lost a lot of weight. You look amazing. You said you got off the couch.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, I'm taking weekly injections of Zepbound.
Okay.
And so, you know, that's a GLP-1. Getting into the weeds a little bit, but it has helped me lose that pounds. I would not have been able to do it on my own. You know, they say exercise and diet. I'm doing that too, but I needed that bridge. I needed that little push to get me over the top. It reduces my appetite. I eat less. I'm also eating correctly now. When I was a reporter, I was not eating correctly. You know, full disclosure, a lot of cheeseburgers. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't even go to some of these fast food places anymore. I don't even look at them.
Yeah, which is probably a really good idea, especially for Bloom. You know, we're trying to stay on the healthy
It's all about
roads.
health, yeah.
But as living in an active aging community, it doesn't have to be the Villages, but seeking that out, did it help you, you know, kind of cut the umbilical cord with this crazy industry of TV, because it kind of gets into our veins?
It does, but it's not completely out. I'm not completely out of it. I'm still
Right.
doing a YouTube channel. I like showing people. I like sharing with people. So
Yeah.
if I come up with something that'll save them money or perhaps make their life a little better, I'll do a story on it, and it gets put on the YouTube thing.
Well, in typical Peter Bernard fashion, you just gave me the best segue because we're going to post this on Bloom Tampa Bay. And up next, Peter is using his award-winning journalism skills to help people living at the Villages through his YouTube reports called Bubble Wrap. Bloom will be right back.